So this is we are discussing here. SAP upgrade procedure. SAP upgrade using sum tool. Sum tool we are using this one. This is the concept we are discussing. So up to last class, we discussed how to start the sum tool. This is what we discussed. Then when you start the sum tool, it will open the URL in the browser. Then we have opened the URL here, right? So now sessions are closed. Then there is a link in our browser. Just open the link. Sum tool will be started automatically. Here, just give the your username, sorry, SID, ADM, then the password we have to give it, then it will launch the some screen here. It will launch the some screen here, right? So this is the port number for the sum tool. This is the port number for the sum tool here, right? This is a very important port number. 1129 is the port number. So 1128 is for the HTTP. Then 1129 is for the HTTPS here. 1129 is for the HTTPS here. So that is the very important here. So that is the port number. So we need to remember here. Once you open the port in the browser, once you open the URL in the browser, it will open the some screen here. Some screen here. You can see here some screen here. So here just it's just started. Just click on the next button. Then it will check here. It will repeat the phase where it got stopped here. Sum tool, it won't start from the scratch. So when it was stopped, so on the Friday we have stopped the sum tool, right? Then it will start from this phase. It will start from that phase onwards. It will start it here. That is the very important, right? So you don't need to start from the scratch. In case of middle, some got crashed or your restart system got restarted. Then again, if you open the URL, so it will ask you to start from the start. So then we can start from where it got stopped in middle, where it got stopped in the middle here, right? So then up to here we have discussed. So now in this phase we have to provide the stack configuration file. This is the very important. So this one we already discussed how to generate the stack configuration file for the SAP upgrades. So then go to the here, then go to the E drive. Here SAP softwares, we have the ECD patches. Here we have the stack configuration file is available here, right? So then we can choose the stack configuration file. For above systems, it's a mandatory to provide the stack configuration file. Without stack configuration file, so we cannot do the upgrades here, right? For Java systems, we can use the manual prepared directory, no stack configuration file, we can do that one. For especially for the above systems, so this is mandatory, is required here. Then so here we have to provide the confirmation for the sum tool. So target database, we are running on the source is the SQL server. Do you want to, as part of this migration, as part of this upgrade, you want to go for the migration also, DMO concept? No, DMO is the separate concept here. That migration means one non-HANA databases to HANA database. So that's we are not going to discuss now, right? So that's why we are not doing any migration here. That's why no migration here. Just click on the OK button here. Then scenario strategy here. Scenario strategy. So this is the very important point, scenario strategy here. So scenario strategy means here, so here while sum tool, while doing this update, so it will use the shadow concept here, shadow system concept here. So while it is doing, it will use the shadow system concept here. So which means shadow system concept means here, so you have the original ECP system, right? So first of all, if let me draw the one diagram here, right? So this is the our operating system, right? So this is the your ECD system. This is our database, right? So database we have the repository, and database we have the repository, and DB application tables we have here. And this is the SAP. Here, SAP kernel. Let's take it up. SAP will run on the kernel, right? Then this is the kernel, right? So this is the repository. This is the tables, database tables here. So it is linked. SAP will run on the database here, right? So that's why this is called the SAP. This is the database here. Then you started planning upgrading of the SAP system here, right? So then sum tool is here, OS level, you started the sum tool will connected to the host agent, then host through host agent, it is connected to the, so then here there is a host agent concept here, host agent concept here. This is a host agent. Some tool will not directly talk to our SAP system. So through via host agent, it will connect to our SAP system here. Why? Because we are doing the using the sum tool, we are doing the upgrade, right? So while doing the sum upgrade here, SAP introduced the one concept is called the shadow concept here. Shadow concept here. So which means instead of directly upgrading your system, directly upgrading the system means directly upgrading your original system. So some tool will create the one more shadow system by copy of your original system, by copy of your original system here. So which means on the same operating system with a different instance number, some tool will create the some tool will create the one more shadow system. Then so one more shadow system, it will run on the shadow repository. Then this is the shadow system. So some tool, instead of you directly updating in the main system, if you directly updating in the main system, there will be some performance issues, there will be a longer downtime for the original system. So it will impact the users login and the users transactions activity, especially for the production systems. So that is the reason SAP introduced the some shadow concept here. So which means some tool will do the work. Some tool will create the one shadow system here. Some tool will create the one shadow system here. In the shadow system, some tool, whatever system is there, same symptoms, same data, same kernel, whatever the data is there, same cop. Shadow means shadow Ravi means same to same replacement of the Ravi, same size, same weight, same height. So everything should be the same, right? So here also shadow SAP system means everything should be same of the main system. So it will update the shadow system first. Then we will log in and check everything is okay. Then the data will be copied from the here to here. So that is what here. So only copying the data, we have the downtime. Remaining all activities, it will be performed in the shadow system. So there is no impact on the main system here. So same as like in the outside world also, we will do the same, right? So any clinical trials, right? Any vaccines, first we will not inject in the humans, right? First of all, we will do some clinical trials on the non-humans. So if it is a successful, the clinical trials tests are successful, then we will inject into the humans. So testings, labs, everything will happen, right? So same as like in the outside also, we will follow the same human to same copy of the shadow humans. We will do it either mosquitoes or monkeys. Then once it is successful, the clinical trials are everything, then we will inject on the original SAP system here. Original SAP system here, right? So same as like here. First we will do it here. If it is a successful, no issues, everything is okay, then data will be copied from the shadow to original. Only copying the data will not take much time here. So it will be copied to the original system. While copying here, just only copying the data, you have the downtime here. If you don't have shadow system, everything will be in the main system itself. There is a longer downtime. It is the failed also longer downtime. So to avoid that type of risks, SAP here, SAP introduced the shadow concept here. So that is what the scenario strategy is telling here, right? If you want a single system means longer downtime. No shadow system is used here. Longer downtime, there is no shadow system will be used, which means single system means there is no shadow system created, means longer downtime. Downtime is very longer here. Standard configuration, single standard advanced. Single system, there is no shadow will be created. In the standard and downtime optimized, in these two phases, you have the, in these two phases, you have the, so you have the, in the two phases, we have the shadow will be created. Shadow system will be created. Standard means with the standard resources, with the standard resources, your shadow will be created. With the standard resources, standard resource means 5 dialogues, 5 backgrounds, 5 R3 load, R3, there is some process, 5 standard, whatever the process are there, work process, it will create the means. So if the standard resources, your upgrade will be started, right? Standard resources depends upon the memory CPU. You will allocate some amount of CPUs and memories, right? Then it will do this work here. So standard resource means standard downtime. So there is no longer downtime, standard downtime. So which means, so suppose like 5 resources, maybe 6 hours or 5 hours it will take to for upgrading the systems. So that is the process. Like example I am giving here. So otherwise you can take the outside of the example. So like 10 people, they will take 2 months to construct the one house, one SAP system, construct the one house here. So it means standard resources, standard 10 resources means 10 labor people. So they will do the work in all the days. So they will take the 2 months to construct the homes. But you don't want to that much time. You have the enough bandwidth, enough like pricing you have to provide that one. In this case, you can increase the 10 to 20 resources. Then if you increase the 20 resources, what will happen? Then they will take the 1 month, 10 resources, 2 months, 20 resources, then 1 month they will complete the your construction work, right? Same mathematics probability here also. So if you have the standard resources, it will take the suppose 6 hours or 7 hours. If you take the downtime optimized, which means high configuration, means high number of resources, then downtime will be 0, not near to 0, it's near to 0, not like 0, it's near to 0. So which means downtime activities will be reduced here. So uptime activities are more, downtime will be reduced here. Our main motive of the upgrade is reducing the downtime timelines of the our main system here. That is the main motive of the our upgrade work. Why we are using the sum tool means reducing the downtime timelines of the our main system here. So that is the reason we are using the shadow concept here. If you use the standard resources, then it will take the standard downtime. If you increase the resources, then downtime will be reduced, right? That is the concept of the single standard downtime optimized. So this is the one of the important point everybody will ask, everybody during the interview point of time or during the technical discussions. So everybody will concentrate on the this strategy here. Which strategy are you following? How many types of strategies we have? There are 3. Which one you prefer? Standard, yes. Single, it is the non-production systems, downtime more, that is fine. But production systems, definitely either you have to use the standard or downtime optimized, you have to use it here. Okay, so in this case, we will go for the standard configuration. Standard, we will go for the standard here. Okay, why? Because with the standard, we have the, so standard means minimum CPU, amount of CPU, amount of CPUs, amount of some amount of percentage of the memory it will be used. So we will go with the standard one. Okay, it will create the standard resources and everything here. Then, so just click on the next button, then it will go for the next step here. So in the next steps, it is the, we have the roadmap steps here. These are the some phases here. Once you select the scenario strategy, then we will get the, so some steps here, some phases here. So this is the very, very important phases here, some phases. They are the 6 phases we have. Once you select the scenario strategy, we have the 6 phases, that is called the extraction, configuration, checks, then pre-processing, right? In the 5, execution, then 6th, post-processing. Post-processing here. So these are the 6 steps we have in the roadmap steps here. So we are in the phase number 1, right? So here in the phase number 1, in the extraction phase, what will happen? So it will ask the account passwords, then it will extract the softwares here. It will extract the softwares. All the softwares will be extracted in this phase here. Just click on the OK button, right? So if you provide the wrong password, it will detect it. It won't take it out here. So we have to provide the password of the 000 client here. Then provide the correct password. If you enter it, then it will go further. Otherwise, it will give the information saying that so you have entered the wrong passwords. You have entered the wrong password, something like that. It will be provided here. So what is the 000 DDIC passwords here? So let me log into the system. First of all, verify it here. So ECD, so 000 DDIC, right? So then let me enter the password here. No. Yes, this is working. 2024 is working. 24. Okay. Let me check. This is also actually should be same, I guess. Otherwise, let me enter 23. OS user password does not work. So which means this is the one, right? So which means something wrong this password here. What is the password we have given? Yes. So this is done. So passwords taken. So make sure as part of the preparation activity, you need to gather the so all the passwords in handy. Otherwise, it may get delayed, 2-3 minutes get delayed to verify the passwords and everything. Right? So here, extraction. So here, what will happen in the extraction? Once you provide the passwords, once the verification is done, then it will scan the all the download files, whatever the patches, scanning the download directory, all the software patches will be extracted into the EPS in directory. See here all the files are getting extracted, right? So it is scanning the download directory, ESAP software, ESAP softwares, then ECD patches, it is scanning whatever the softwares are there here, it is scanning the all the patches and everything here, right? Whether it is correctly corrective or it's any clash, any errors, it will be scanning here. Once this is done, once the scanning of the download directory is done, then there is a one more step here in the extraction phase. It will extract the all the patches. Why? Because these all are the SAR files. So normally when you are uploading from the spam and send, we have to manually do it. But here some tool will take care of that responsibility. It will extract the all the patches, then it will move to the USR SAP trans and EPS indirectory. EPS indirectory here. See here 5 items. When that file comes, it will be full up with the all the patches and everything here, right? So these are the signature files. It's not required here. Let me delete that one. So now EPS indirectory is the empty here, right? So when that phase comes, what will happen? It will extract it here. It will extract the all the patches here, right? So this is the task list. What exactly is happening here? In the sum tool, you will observe the all the logs. What is the current sum version here? Remember this version. Sometimes they may ask you what is the sum version? What is the mode you selected? Scenario mode. So standard mode. How many types of pages you have in the sum tool? This is the task list. What is the SID? How much free space you have? And also what is the current phase. In the task list, it will show the what is the current task it is running here. You see, there is a running task, which means, so this is the running here. It will show here, right? So how many steps are there? You have the number of steps are there here, right? If you go to the logs here, in the logs, so each step, there is a log will be created here. Just if you open the log here, it will clearly give the information what it is doing here, what it is doing here. So what it is doing, it is now, it is extracting. You see here, scanning the download directory, it is extracting the softwares. All the patches are getting extracted. See here, you see e-softwares, then, so it is going to the EPS indirectly, it is extracting. See here, all the softwares are getting extracted to the EPS indirectly. It will be extracted here. So it will come to this list here, right? So then 1% it will be shown. This is the progress bar, progress status bar here. This is the, which is the current phase it is running. So what is the timestamp it is started this phase here? So it is scanning here, right? All the information it will show in this phase here, right? EPS directory. Now it is extracting. All the softwares are getting extracted here. All the softwares are getting extracted in this phase here. You can see EPS in, EPS in, EPS in. So when you see here, all the patches are getting extracted, which means you no need to extract now 17 items. So it's keep on extract all the softwares, then it will move to the EPS in directory in this location. So which means you no need to do anything here. Some tool will take care of the all the extractions and everything here. Some tool will take care of all these things and everything here. So you no need to worry about this here, right? So when you are updating the spam or say it, we have to manually do that one. But here you no need to worry about here, right? That is what here it is doing here in the system here, right? So in the extraction phase, it is doing. So everything some tool will take care of here. Just to, you have to feed the XML file related software location. You have to give it. Then you need to watch the movie. Just you need to watch the movie. So when it is going from extraction to configuration, then you need to, it will ask the your confirmation, user confirmation. So do you want to so go to the configuration, just click on the next button. That's it. Only thing here you have to do, whenever it is going from extraction to configuration, you need to click the OK button. Then from here to here, it will go to the OK button. That's it. So remaining subphases, it will check it. Subphases, it will change it here, right? Subphases, it will change it. Now you see here, we selected as a, we need a configuration. We need a shadow system. Then for shadow system means some tool is preparing, copying the kernel from original exe directory to some exe directory, original exe directory to some exe directory. Some tool is copying, right? Some tool is copying for the original exe directory to some exe directory here. So it is copying. So which means for shadow system, for SAP system, what is required here? Kernel is required. To start the SAP system, kernel is required. For shadow also, it's required the kernel, right? Then it will copy from the, in the extraction phase itself, it will start preparation activities for the shadow creation. Then it will start copying the kernel from in the extraction phase itself. Each and every point is important in the sum tool. Then who are having more than 5 years, 6 years of experience here. So here, each and every point, whatever I'm telling, that is a very, very, very much important in the sum tool here. Everybody can do the sum upgrade. Why? Because just from extraction to configuration, just to, I will say to my junior people, say that just click on the next button, just click on the next button, just click on the next button. Then it will be download the patches, then give to the sum tool will take care of. Everybody will do. But the only thing is, here we should know at least 2 sentences you should tell to the your manager or your customer, saying that what exactly happens in the extraction phase. Now many things we discussed, right? That things we should be remember all those things here, right? That is the very important. Now we got the error. When the error got occurred, it will show the information. There is a unconfirmed patches found in the sum directory. There is a patches are added to the spam queue. Someone added the this STPI added to the this one STPI patch 003 added to the spam, but they have not updated the system. They have not updated. Normally, when we are doing the sum tool upgrade, we should not take care of anything here, right? We should not do manual through spam. We should not update anything. Otherwise, sum tool will not take it. Either you have to do it from the spam, or otherwise you need to do it from the either sum tool. So if you do it from the both the side, so sum tool will detect these issues here, right? See here, here error at stop. Here it is stopped here. Here it is stopped here. Now we have to try to reset the queue here. We have to try to reset the queue. We have to try to reset the queue. That is what we have to do it here now. Reset. Yeah, I have reset the queue here. Why? Because we cannot do at a time this one and that one. So we can't do this one, right? It will create the some noise in the system. So that's why both we cannot do it here. Someone TMS also not configured properly, right? So that's done now. Okay. So that's done now. TMS also should be important here, right? So anyone performed the pre-checks, any open SPDD, SPAU, as any open failed SM13 update entries, any entry in SMQ1, SMQ2, anyone performed all these pre-checks. This is a very important, right? This is a very important now. So now I just remove the patch here. Just click on the next button. Let's see whether it will take it further or not. Let's see here. So we have to clearly read the error. So what is the here, right? So again, it's a unprocessed patches here, unprocessed patches here, unprocessed patches here, unconfirmed patches have been found in our systems here. Actually, we remove the patches. We removed that one. We removed that patches here. So let me try to log in again. Let's say sometimes we may not in the position to remove also. Why? Because it's already processed by some it's taken. So we have already reset it. That's done. But let's see any other way to remove this one. Why? Because without doing this one, we cannot proceed. We cannot proceed further here. Without doing this one, we cannot proceed further here. That is what we need to check this one, right? So let me remove the queue entry also. It's done, right? I have deleted from the queue also now. Let's try to click on the next button here. So I deleted from the here as well. I deleted from the queue also. In the spam queue also I deleted here, right? In the queue also I defined. Now it's green. So definitely it should process now, right? So it is processing now. See here now in the 3%, we are in the 3% here, right? So in the extraction, we are in the 3% here. So here you can check it out the log file here. So the related log file, you can check it out the recent timestamp log file here. So what is happening here in all the log files, you can check it out here. This is the log file. This is the task list here. This is the task list here. What is happening from here also, if you click it out, it will give the clear information. What is happening here? What is happening in the system? It will give the clear information here. So we have to always monitor the log files, what is happening. So why? Because here we need to check it out. So whether that is updating carefully. So anything is wrong, any errors, anything's wrong. So all those things we need to check carefully here. So otherwise, when the error comes, that time if you react it, so that time we have to react it. Definitely that time we have to react and we have to take the action like that. Like that, how we have done it. Same way, we have to clearly read that one. Clearly read that error file here. So here the main important log files are SAP up.eco, alog, slog. So each and everything it will be recorded. These are the common log files. Alog, slog. So all will be the common log files here. Then apart from that, phase related log file will be created. There is a tool import. Then tool import dot log file is created. So each and every phase related log file, then this A log, S log, U log, this will be normally it's created. You can see the when was the last updated timestamp, how much is the file size here. So these and all things we can check it out from here, task list, right? So now what is happening here? You can see the in the execution bar, you can see what is happening here, right? It's running here. So this is we are in the first phase. This is the some 6 roadmap steps here, or 6 phases here. We are in the first phase, extraction phase. Extraction phase, nothing will happen here. Just will check the consistency check. All the patches will be extracted. It will be scanned and it will be extracted. Then it will kernel will be moved to the shadow. It will start the shadow preparation activities and everything. Then so it will check the consistency of the everything. It will check it out from here. That is the main thing here. So here you can see here it will take time here. It will take to try and run here. So each and every patch it will compare it here. Each and every patch it will compare it here. See here 17 patches. It will 17 files are extracted in the EPS in directory. So don't try to delete these files here. Why? Because some tool is extracted. It keep into the buffer. If you delete these files, so it will create the .att.pat files here, pat files here. So the patch, whatever the patches are there in the exe directory in the ECD patches, these are the SAR files. Some tool, what it will do, it will extract, it will keep into the .att.ptt files, it will keep it into this setting, these files here, right? So that will happen in the systems here. That will happen in the system here. So it is trying to import here. It is trying to import the files here. See here, tool import. If you need more details, what exactly happening here, just if you open the related files, related phase, and just see what is happening here. What is happening here. Then all the information it will be created here. All the information it will be creating here. So here, while importing the packages here, your STMS should be the consistency status. If you delete the STMS, some tool will disconnect here. Some tool will tell you that your STMS is not in the critical stage like this. It will show the information here. So STMS is very important. Don't delete any files in the system. So these things we should be consider while we are doing the upgrade of the your SAP systems here. Okay. Objects to be imported once. Optimizing the import by marking duplicate objects to be imported once. So it is doing optimizing the import. It is optimizing the import. So it is optimizing. So it is doing some work in the backend system. While doing the work, always the logs should be up to date. The log file should be up to date here. It will be updated all the logs and everything here. It will continue to run. So we have to progress this sum in the offline also. Offline also we have to progress this sum tool here. Offline also we have to progress. Offline means so out of the class timings also we need to check and we have to progress it here. So we need to just click on the progress. If any issues we have to fix it. So here we may get sometimes we may get the some errors, some notes implementation, some note implementation we may get. So we have to implement the note, we have to proceed it here. But because during the sum tool, so here it may ask us to some missing notes, then we have to implement the notes using the yes note transaction codes. Sometimes DB index some inconsistencies, that time we have to fix the errors. So it whatever the issues it will detect, we have within the positions to fix it. We have to fix it. All those things we have to fix it here. You see here, paste check for notes.log file here. So it is checking all the notes, it is checking here. Then it will ask us to import that notes here. Now let's see, definitely it will detect some notes to implement it here. In the extraction phase itself, so not only users passwords, not only extracting the software, not only detecting the issues, and also it will detect the if any notes are missed here, then it will detect here. Then it will move it further here. But the notes, I think we have already applied here. All the notes already applied, I think here. So these all notes are already applied here. So we don't need to worry about that. If any notes are, we have to apply it here. It will give the information saying that, so you have to implement these notes here. Then now proceed with the configuration steps here. See here, once the extraction completed, then when it is going to the next step, extraction to configuration, that will ask the user input, do you want to continue? Yes. Then it will go to the extraction phase here. In the extraction phase here, so it will ask the so archiving mode is equal to disable or by keep it the same procedure here. Then here it will so sgen, do you want to run the sgen here? No, not required here, right? We don't need sgen here. We will run it later time here. Then it is asking the, so how many parallel process for execution here, there is a one SAP node, standard SAP scenario, from which cases you need to execute, how many process we have to define, how many above process, uptime, how many process, downtime, how many above process here. Above process means so dialog and batch process. Like SQL process uptime, how many, then downtime, and R3 trans, R3 load, SQL, R3 trans, and R3 load above process. This all will ask. So during this phase here, uptime, so we discussed standard. So it will detect the standard one. It will detect the standard, how many process we have in the SAP. So that process, it will detect it here. That process, it will detect in the systems here. Then this R3, this SQL process and everything, it will detect based upon the number of CPUs and the number of CPU cores. Here. If you have how many number of cores here? 8 CPU cores. So based on that, it will detect the 8 process here. So then how many number of process in the downtime phase, right? So here it's detected. So it's detected here, right? So we can increase it. We can also increase it. If we have the more CPU, so more CPUs are available, then we can increase it here. We can also increase it. So if you increase the process, if you increase the labor, what will happen? Your building work will be reduced, right? So timelines will be reduced here. So same as like here. So we can keep it. We have selected the standard, then we can make it standard here. Just we can click on the next button here. In the configuration phase, we need to choose the configuration of the parameters. Uptime, how many parameters, downtime, how many parameters, we have to check it out. Then it will ask the, so SPDD, SPAU transports. Do you have any SPDD, SPAU transports? As of now, we don't have any transports here, right? So functional team, they will do the adjustments and they will provide to us the SPDD, SPAU transports. Now we don't have anything here. Just click on the empty, just click on the next button here. So I will show you what is being by SPDD, SPAU here. In the pre-processing step, it will come, but this is the first system. You don't have anything, then we can ignore it. Do you have any transport request to import it during the no, right? So let's click on the next button here. Sometimes functional team will provide us some transports here, which means so it in which sometimes we during the upgrade we may have to import some process, some transports. So no, you don't need to do it here. If you provide the transports to the some tool will take care of the all kind of work and everything here. That is the very important thing we should consider here, right? So that is the main thing here. It is processing, it should come to the 100%. So that is the upgrade process is not very simple. It's a very longer procedure. It's running very smooth. So no problem. But if it is taking longer duration, then we are in the longer duration means sometimes if any errors, we have to fix that errors here by checking the logs and everything. We need to check all those things. That is the very important. Here we are using the latest version of the sum tool, and we are upgrading the same in the real time. How we are doing the upgrade, same way we are doing the upgrade. Okay, same way we are doing the upgrade here. So please note down the some important points whatever we are discussing here. Why? Because in the interview technical discussion, these are the things the panel will ask, right? So that is a very important things to consider. And also the process wise, how many process we have to increase it, and based upon the what scenario we have to increase it. There is a standard SAP note that I will explain it while going further. That I will explain it here. That is a very important.
So Ravi, what exactly is happening in the configuration phase? Is it?
So in the extraction configuration checks, nothing will happen. It will just check the system consistency. Whatever the softwares you are doing the upgrade, that softwares will be extracted. Then it will consistency. It will check in the system and softwares space and everything. It will check. Then it will go to the configuration. In the configuration phase, how many labors, how many process you required for the upgrade. These things. Then all the patches will be included. It will be created as a transport request and everything. All the preparation activities, I mean to say, all the prep work it will do in the configuration phase and the extraction phase here. In the checks phase, check means checking. What it will check? It will check the whether any inconsistencies, any failed update records or anything. It will check free space, SAP level, DB level. It will check. Nothing will happen. Then it will go to the pre-processing. When it is going to the pre-processing, the actual battle will start from here. In this phase, actual battles will start. I will explain it clearly. Once we will go for the steps clearly, I will explain it everything here.
So till extraction and configuration, can I say that the preparation is happening for the shadow system?
Yeah, preparation activities for the shadow systems. Yes.
So till checks, I can say, right?
Yeah, till checks we can say.
Okay.
All nothing will happen here. Up to here, we have the preparation activities for the shadow, okay. And as well as the your upgrade preparation activities here. Everything will happen here. So then in the pre-processing phase, here shadow system will be created. Shadow repository will be created. Shadow will be upgraded at high level. Then it will go to the execution. Execution is the actual downtime phase. Here that is called the one more name is called the downtime phase. Here, your main system will be stopped. Whatever the data happened in the shadow, that will be recopied to the main system in the execution phase. So that's why I will explain it clearly deeply in the next session. When we reach to the here, maybe tomorrow maximum we will reach to the here. That time I will clearly explain it.
So what are the work process what you given for the R3 load and the trans? Those are all for the shadow only, right?
Yes, it will be used for the shadow and
shadow
main
only.
system. Shadow and main. Both it will be separate. Both we are giving here. It will take the both.
So currently, shadow is creating the ASLIC system for the original system. Right.
Right.
Okay.
For standard and downtime, those are will create the shadow system now. You
Right.
have to select those options.
Standard
Depends
is
on
normal shadow will be created with the minimum process. Standard resources will be used, but downtime also it's a minimum. Minimum means it's standard downtime. Standard downtime here. You no need to worry about the CPUs and memories. Why? Because some tool will calculate the how many process it's required. It will calculate it.
and this all things we have to perform in SID ADM, right? By logging to that.
Yeah. Yes. By logging to the SID ADM, so we need to use this one. So why? Because when it is we are logging, it will ask the SID ADM user, then we have to give it, then it will process further. So upgrade also, we all have to continue. So we all have to progress this one. So then only, so we can make it success this one. Otherwise, now it is upgrading. Now if you start the sum tool, again it will start from where it got stopped here only. Why? Because we all are doing upgrade on the only one system here. That is called the ECD system. So we have to progress this upgrade. Actually higher maybe who are having maybe higher experience, that people they will get the experience on the, so that people they will get the chance to work on the upgrade work here. That people they will get the chance to work on the upgrade work. It may take longer time. So we'll keep it running. We'll keep it running for this one. So till now, whatever the points I discussed, so you can check it out. And also you can just launch your own screens. So you can also open the screens, just observe it. So what's happening? If any errors, we need to fix it out. So if something is asking, we need to post in the group. Then so everything is okay, then we can click on the next button and then it will go to the check space. Like that, we have to progress the upgrade work in the offline. So tomorrow there is a brief discussion about the so each and every phase I will explain it, what exactly happens, how the shadow will be upgraded, what exactly happened. That is the very important class. Don't miss that one. That is the very important. Okay. Then by explaining that one, you will come to know, okay, this is the upgrade work, how it will happen. All those things you will come to know. And also I will also explain tomorrow, like, so now we have checked like uptime, how many process, downtime, how many process, based upon what level we have calculated. Just I'm high level, I'm telling like based upon the CPUs, based upon the memory, we are calculating. Then, so that is fine, 8 CPUs. But R3 load, R3 trans, so 3 into number of CPUs, like that we need to calculate it. So then what is the formula here? SAP formulas. There is a formula. That is the very important. That I will clearly, in the first half, I will explain it tomorrow. Okay. Now, if I explain it, you will get confused. Why? Because a lot of things you need to remember as part of this upgrade. So tomorrow, I will clearly explain about these 2 steps so that we will finish the upgrade. In the offline, we can progress the remaining steps and everything here. Okay. So don't miss tomorrow. Then you can launch this URL in your browsers also. You can launch it so that we can progress the offline also. We can progress it, all those things.
Ravi, can I say that R3 load is happening for the virtual system to shadow system right now? Can I say that?
R3 load is perform the export and import option. Actually, R3 load export and R3 load import. Exporting the data from file system to database level, from database level to, so again, so original system, it will try like that, it will export it.
Why? Because in extraction, in the config phase, we are given the R3 load and R3 trans, right?
Right.
So that means to say that during the shadow instance creation from the virtual system, it is trying to
load, it will export and import process. Not only shadow system creation, it will, the same process will be used for the original system also. So that is not only for the shadow system process, it is same process will be used for the original system also. But here original system, nothing will happen. So I mean, so you can say like all the process will be used in the shadow only. When this process will be used means while copying the data, that time it will be used to, in the original system, that process will be used.
Okay.
So now it is checking the conflicts. Conflict check is happening now. Conflicts means, so anything found, any errors, all those things it will check now. All the patches it will check now. Yeah, that check is faster. Then it is going to the again kernel check. So it clearly check in the preparation phase, clearly each and every step it will check, then it will go. Then INET shard, again NET, so installation of the shadow here. Installation of the shadow system here. It is doing the INET shard, which means you can see here. So ports, what are the ports will be used? Why? Because shadow SAP system means it is creating the shadow here. So then shadow is creating now. So here, so it is trying to use the shadow, which ports you have to use it, all those things it will use it here. So we need to carefully check that. Some tool will take care of all those things here. You no need to worry. But only thing is, we should be, instead of sitting idle and watching the screen, we should know, right, what is happening in the here, in which phase shadow installation will start, which phase shadow preparation will start. Here the shadow installations, everything will start here in this phases here. So what are the instance number should use it here? Automatically it will take the instance number of the shadow system here. So then all the preparation activities, everything it will take it out from here, right? So everything it will take. Normally, if you are working and getting, if you have more than 6-7 years of experience, more than 5 years of experience, so in the real time, then so that time you will get more confidence on the upgrades and you will get the chance to work on it. So normal people who are having below 6 years and 5 years, just if you know the knowledge how the upgrades works, so then that is also very sufficient. So why? Because it's like more experienced guys will perform these upgrades. Okay, so these phases will take time. We'll keep it running this like this. We will leave the screen like this. It will keep running. Just to monitor whoever there, just to, you can monitor it. Something it is asking, just click on the next button just to update in the teams, like in update in our groups, so that others are aware of what's happening in the here. Whatever you fix the issues, just update in the group. So then everybody aware of, okay, we are progressing the upgrade. We faced the issues. I will also mention the one issue we faced, what is the issue, how we fixed it out. That is also I will update in the group. Same way, if you fix any issues, just update in the group. Okay, tomorrow someone will ask what are the issues you faced during the upgrade, then we have the issues list, and also I will also provide the more issues list, so that is also will be enough for you. Okay, we'll see tomorrow then. Okay, we'll keep it running. Any questions from anyone?
So size of the shadow instance, how much?
So it will be depends upon the your original system, and also depends upon the patches here. So it's not like exactly same as like source. It will be differ. Differ means it will change. Not all the objects will be changed. So it will be 70, suppose 70%, more than 70, 75, 70% of the source system. I mean to say 70%, 60 to 70% of the source system. Not all the data will be copied. Your source system database size is, suppose like 1 terabyte, then not the 1 terabyte data will be created here. Only 60%. So like that, it will occupy the data here. 60%, 50%. Not all the data will be copied to the shadow. Only important tables, cluster tables, important configuration tables will be copied to the shadow. That will be upgraded. Not all the data. So that we cannot exactly say what is the exact figure and everything. So we can say some percentage of the source. Nowhere it will return like how much it is.
Okay.
So it's cloning, so it will take time. Okay, we'll leave the system like this here. Okay.